Welcome back to the Licala Show. Today we'll be talking about George Frederick Handel and
Ludwig van Beethoven.
Alright, starting off with George Frederick Handel. He was born February 23rd, 1685. Handel was a German composer.
Now wait, did his father agree to this?
He intended for a lawyer, but due to his father's opposition, he secretly taught himself to play the harpsichord.
Smart boy, smart.
1692, Handel gained access to the chapel organ and found his musical talent there.
Amazing. Like, because pop up with talent. Like, how is it?
That's
no training?
Not very often. In 1702, Frederick entered the Halle University.
That college is still here today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. From 1703, he became interested in opera and wanted to use his musical talent.
It's amazing how you go from musical instruments to composing operas. It's just
a big difference. His first opera, finally, here, 1703 at Hamburg, and it was called Almira.
Yeah.
How about 1707?
He decides to take his career to Italy. Alright, so we are going to have a little surprise sweepstakes for you people watching at home. If you call the number
1-800-699-6624,
you can win a prize to Italy, and we'll be back after this commercial break with the results.
Have you ever sounded like this? Well, now with Dr. Opera, you're going to have the amazing opera voice that you've always wanted. With our new secret formula, you'll be singing heavenly notes all day. Listen to the results. Dr. Opera, for the true opera singer in you.
Welcome back to the Licala Show. Going back your tears, sadly, 1741, Handel, he composed his last opera, which is called
the Vita Maya. That picture's kind of plain.
You might like it the best.
Yeah, but
no. His best known piece of music was performed in Dublin in 1742. It was called
The Messiah. Isn't that amazing? Round of applause?
Yeah. Thank you. Dies April 14, 1759.
We get to announce our winner of our sweepstakes.
Stephanie Vecchio, congratulations, you're going to Italy.
You have a 5-night stay at the 5-star hotel we hooked you up with because we don't know because that's what we do. But congratulations, you are one lucky woman to be so happy because we don't get to go to Italy, but you do. Another good note, we get to move on to our next musical composer, Beethoven. World's best,
the best
composer. His hair is kind of weird looking, but before we move on, commercial break. Welcome back to the Licala Show.
Alright, now we were talking about Beethoven. Was Beethoven?
Yep, Beethoven. So here we go. If any of you wanted to know, he was born on December 16th, 1770, at Bonn, Germany. Yes.
I think that is his birth certificate, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't really know how to read that.
Anyway, his first teacher of music was his father. Props to his father. Yeah. Man,
Right?
applause. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Just wanna read those freaks. Sadly, Beethoven begins to lose his hearing in 1796. It says that he had lead poisoning in his hair, and he had lead in his hair, but I don't understand how that's possible. So, yeah, and maybe he's the reason why they took lead out of the pencils. Yeah, that's kind of dangerous. Maybe he broke pencils on his eyes.
We don't know.
He had lead in his head. He begins his tour in 1796, and this tour is what it is. That's such a great player.
Yeah.
Anyway, this tour was like a reflection of Mozart's way back when, well, not too far away, but pretty cool. Beethoven creates this thing. The First Symphony. Looks pretty complicated? Not really. It's actually pretty simple compared to his last one. And he creates the Second Symphony, which is just a little bit more complicated than the first. Yeah. And he creates 9 symphonies. Props to Beethoven for creating 9 pieces of music. But here's an interesting thing, some gossip. He writes letters to the immortal beloved, which was said to be some love that he had but never spoke about.
Was he married?
No, he wasn't married. It was just some secret admirer. It says Joyful Fanfare of Rhea. He wrote this to this woman. I don't know what it means, but it sounds fancy and like he had love for this woman. It's supposed to say he kind of stalked her and she was just a friend, but he had love for her.
Remind me of Dante.
Oh yeah. But it wasn't that bad.
No.
Alright. Then the Grand Academy! Woohoo! This is where he performed one of his first pieces of music and all his symphonies to the people. It was just amazing. It was a major part. Oh no. Here. He dies March 26, 1827. But we would like to thank Beethoven for these wonderful pieces of music he brought with us, or brought to us. Wonderful. Just some pictures of him composing. The middle one is pretty intense. Yeah, we'll probably read it. So yeah, thanks for joining us today on our show. If you would like us to do it again, just send us your reviews on the show. We're gonna say goodbye and hope to see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching the Licala Show. Oh, and congratulations again to Stephanie Vecchia.
Congratulations.
Yeah.